People might say, in fact, that the former royal known as the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, maybe even dare I say it, barking mad. Oh yes, I've said it. As ever though, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you today in a beautiful, blistering, sunny London. I hope it's nice weather wherever you are. And as I often say here on the show, if you're going to bed, sleep well. Maybe not after this. You know, over here in the 1970s, 80s, there used to be this program called Crime Watch, and they'd show you all these terrible crimes and everything. And the tagline at the end of it was, "Don't have nightmares." I often think that when you're watching me before you go to bed. Terrible what things come in your head, isn't it? Back as ever though to your breaking royal story of the day. This is an interesting story in itself, and it's very serious in fact, because as we know, our late and wonderful monarch was a passionate animal lover. She loved the horses. You know, no two ways about it. In fact, Prince Philip is on record as saying that she'd much prefer to talk to horses than actual humans. You could possibly agree with her in some respects. Her other great passion, though, was none other than her corgis, which was started way back when she was a child, having been bought one by her father, King George. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because as we saw that very poignant feature during her funeral procession, there were the corgis who came outside to pay their very last respects to our wonderful monarch. It was very much a tear-jerking moment, I'm sure you'll all agree. But afterwards, what happened? We can tell you first and exclusive on the show, and as ever we have to say allegedly, that none other than the other royal animal lover, Meghan Markle, really wanted to know if she could help rehouse said corgis. Clever move, eh? And the bottom line was, you know, I'm sure it was a genuine offer. She does like animals, we do know that. But obviously this is a strange thing when you consider that the battles that have been going on between the King, Prince William, Catherine, etc., alongside Harry, that they would want to rehouse, if you like, one of the Queen's corgis. Now, this apparently, according to a very well-placed courtier, was nicely put to bed, as it were, because they said, well, you know, it's a very kind offer, but we've already decided to rehouse them within the family. And as we now all know, all corgis are now living very happily with none other than another Duchess, the Duchess of York. That's right, still in Windsor, still in familiar territory. And as we often hear from the Duchess, apparently they've now regrouped and are feeling a lot happier. I, for one, am very happy that the corgis are indeed happy. Now, whatever your thoughts are on this particular story, and I'm sure there's going to be many, what you have to remember is caring for animals is a full-time job. And whether you're a fan of Meghan or not, allegedly, this was an offer. And it's a kind of sweet offer in many respects. But of course, as ever with Meghan and Harry, one wonders what the end objective was. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.